26-year-old Broody J lives in North Canton, Ohio, but today he leaves for his year-long missions trip in Australia. Broody fills his suitcase with everything he'll need for the next year in Australia. He waves goodbye to his mother and father, knowing that he will be back in a year, a changed man, a changed Broody. He grabs his suitcase, opens the front door, and with his suitcase in hand, he bids North Canton a goodbye for the next year as he takes on Australia. Who knows what will happen to Broody in this year? This is Broody J's adventure. When Broody arrives in Australia, he takes a look at his surroundings and realizes this is where he'll be for the next year. Excited, shocked, scared, nervous, Broody J takes in all the new surroundings he has. He discovered new plants. He worked night and day building new houses. He tried multiple new foods. He spent his days chopping up wood to build houses for the community in Australia. He spent so much time chopping wood that he didn't realize that he was in severe abdominal pain. His abdomen hurt so bad and he was experiencing weight loss, blood in his stool, excessive diarrhea. He began to have sleepless nights, tossing and turning from severe abdomen pain. He had no idea what was going on. He was shocked, scared, confused. So he made the conscious decision to come home to North Canton to see his doctor. When he arrived home, he immediately saw his family physician.
What brings you in today?
I just got back from a missions trip to Australia. Nothing was wrong before the trip, but then my stomach started acting weird. I had really bad diarrhea, some weight loss, and extreme pain in my abdomen that kept me up late at night for hours. I don't know what it could be.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you had any irregular foods to eat lately?
Well, I did eat a lot of new foods in Australia, and I guess my body wasn't really used to it.
Well, according to your file, your grandfather has Crohn's disease and then your mom has IBS. I've never seen you with these signs before, but since your mother has IBS, you might start developing these symptoms for it.
But what does IBS mean?
It's an irritable bowel syndrome. That's when your walls of your intestines are lined with layers of muscles that contract and relax in a coordinated rhythm as they move food from your stomach through your intestinal tract to your rectum. If you have irritable bowel syndrome, the contractions may be stronger and last longer than normal, causing gas, bloating, or diarrhea.
That sounds like what I have.
Well, I'm going to prescribe you anti-diarrhea medication to help you ease the pain in your diarrhea.
Thank you so much, doctor.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Broody arrived home and took his medication and felt better. He was truly feeling himself. Day after day, he took his prescriptions and felt no more pain, but after a week, his symptoms relapsed. One night, he awoke with severe abdominal pain that hurt so bad that he couldn't move. He had blood in his stool, excessive diarrhea, bloating, gas. He was freaking out. He made the conscious decision to rush to the ER. Once at the ER, he met with a gastroenterologist.
Hello, I'm Dr. Penny. What's your name?
My name's Broody. It's nice to meet you, Dr. Penny.
Nice to meet you. I'm a gastroenterologist. I'm a specialized physician that sees and treats patients who suffer from any gastrointestinal issues. These problems go along with any intestinal problems along the digestive tract. But I was told you were having intestinal problems. So what brings you into the ER this late at night?
Well, you see, doctor, I just went to my family physician, and she believed that I had IBS because my mother has it, and there's traces of it in my family. So then she gave me anti-diarrhea medicine, and everything was going fine for about a week. But then I started having extreme pain and discomfort, and tonight I had pain that was so unbearable that I couldn't even move.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Broody. From what it looks like, I think you do not have IBS. Intestinal disorders are something difficult to detect, but I am here to run some tests and figure out what is going on.
Thank you so much, doctor. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. I want to order an x-ray for you and an MRI on you. I also want to order you a colonoscopy and small bowel imaging test to get an in-depth look of what your intestinal tract looks like. Since it is 2 a.m., we can get these tests done relatively quickly and realize why you have so much pain.
Broody was given an X-ray, an MRI scan, a colonoscopy, and a small bowel imaging test.
Broody?
Come in.
Hi, it's Dr. Penny again. We got your test results back and here's what we found. Each test reveals something highly important. An X-ray is an electromagnet radiation that can penetrate and pass through the human body and produce shadow-like images of structures such as bones, some of the organs, and signs of diseases and injuries. An MRI helps show internal organs and structures. An MRI differs from an X-ray because it shows more high resolution. I just wanted to run this test to make sure I caught everything that I could. A colonoscopy is a test that allows me to look at the inner lining of your large intestine. We use a thin, flexible tube called a colonoscope to look at the colon. A colonoscopy helps find ulcers, tumors, and areas of inflammation or bleeding. I also wanted to run the small bowel imaging test because it shows the part of the bowel that couldn't be seen in the colonoscopy. This is what your results showed. The MRI and X-ray showed tubular obsicities in the bowel. The small bowel imaging showed the bowel inflamed. The colonoscopy revealed ulcers within the bowel. Broody, you have Crohn's disease, which probably arose from being in Australia a long time, and the new climate change probably sparked this.
Doctor, this is shocking, but what is Crohn's disease?
Well, here's an informational video describing Crohn's.
So I know what you're thinking. You're probably wondering, what is Crohn's disease? Well, I'm here to tell you. Crohn's disease is a chronic inflammatory bowel disease that affects the lining of the digestive tract in the form of ulcers. In normal digestive systems, the immune system should work to combat foreign invaders within the body, sparking immune responses. But in Crohn's disease, something causes your immune system to launch an attack within the GI tract that won't shut off. And because this attack goes on, it causes the walls of the GI tract to become inflamed. Some say the cause for Crohn's disease is through genetics or environmental factors. Some people who develop Crohn's go through stages where they live life relatively normal, experiencing no pain. But others go through times of flare-ups, where severe pain strikes in their abdomen. But you're not alone. 1.6 million Americans suffer from Crohn's disease and other irritable bowel diseases just like Crohn's. Crohn's disease is not curable, but it can be treated with many medications and surgery. Don't worry, you can combat Crohn's disease.
Okay, doctor, all this new information is very shocking, but what could I do now?
I understand that, Broody, but I would recommend surgery for this.
Surgery? Why?
Well, the surgery would not get rid of the ulcers until they are treated with medication. The flare-ups have damaged your intestinal tract. However, surgery can help somewhat because it can remove a portion of the digestive tract and reconnect the healthy section. But what we can do is complete a strictureplasty, which will widen the narrow part of the intestine. We will also reconstruct the bowel that has been damaged. This will help ease pain, but it will only last temporarily because Crohn's disease has no definite cure.
Sounds good. I'm in.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get your schedule for surgery as soon as possible.
Broody went into a 3-hour-long surgery in hopes of feeling no more pain.
Broody, how do you feel?
I feel okay. I hope this surgery brings me some relief.
It will, but like I said, it will not last forever. It will give you relief for months, but you will have flare-ups in a couple months again.
Okay, that works for me.
Make sure you keep up to date with those medications. Take it slow for a couple of days. I would highly recommend seeing a dietitian, someone who helps people with their diet and nutrition. Having a balanced diet can help ease symptoms and reduce flare-ups. It will be good that you document food that causes flare-ups. Would you like to see a dietitian?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, I will make an appointment for you to meet her.
Excuse me, miss, are you the dietitian?
Yes, that's me. Are you Broody?
Yes, that's me. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, I need help managing my Crohn's disease.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm here for. I help many people develop diets and help them live with any conditions they face. Tell me about your current diet.
Well, pretty much on the go kind of foods. I like Panera Bread, Chipotle, McDonald's, or Wendy's. Then I eat typical potato chips, Cheetos, pop, box dinners, anything at home I can find. Usually quick and on the go.
Yikes. That doesn't sound too good. We need to make a change to your diet.
Yes, I'm ready for change.
Okay, here's what I recommend, Broody. A low residue or low fiber diet will help reduce the risk of intestinal blockage. A low residue diet is designed to reduce the size and number of your stools. I recommend to limit dairy products, try low fat foods, limit fiber, eat small foods, drink lots of liquids as well.
But how do I know which foods will cause me to flare up and which foods won't?
Maybe you can keep a journal if you have one, documenting how you feel after what you eat. You might have eaten something in Australia that caused you to flare up and realize you have Crohn's. It is important that you realize what foods cause you to flare up. We are in this together, Broody.
Yes, we are.
Broody left the hospital after a week. And with all this new information, Broody was shocked, nervous, and scared. Living with Crohn's was going to be a difficult task, and it was going to be a difficult road that lies ahead. Broody was going to have to make several changes in his life, to his diet, and he would have to take many medication and experience many flare-ups. But it was something he was ready to tackle. And he knew he wasn't alone, because thousands of people live with Crohn's daily. He was ready to tackle the future. The road ahead looks scary for Broody J, but he has firm confidence that he will be able to achieve whatever obstacle comes his way.